Leaving the building that Val's office was currently placed, outside the central tower, Han looked around to see if he could still spot the fleeing nobles. Picturing the ones that ran from him in his mind, Han started to see lines hovering in the air and leading to where his targets were. Chasing after them, Han felt the air rush past his face as he jumped on top of the nearby stores. Jumping from rooftop to rooftop, he kept an eye out for the nobles, while still looking out for the lines that helped guide him. Out of nowhere, Ha-Yun jumped on top of the roof, running alongside him. Han was surprised, considering he hadn't expected Ha-Yun to be there. "What are you doing here?" Han asked, keeping his eyes forward as the two of them jumped onto the next rooftop. Ha-Yun was silent as they landed on the rooftop as she continued to keep pace. "I do not have time for you right now, so let us just put whatever you want on hold and be on your way." A part of him was annoyed by the current situation and what he dealt with earlier, hearing how Ha-Yun seemed to have some kind of deal with Eric. "I heard the explosion and had a feeling that Eric may have tried something against you," Ha-Yun said, sounding as if she was trying to hold back her emotions. "After the other nobles helped him, he was raving about you and talking about ending you. Considering how you know about my abilities, I would think that you knew that Eric is not a threat to me," Han growled. Ha-Yun became silent after he snapped at her. As Han jumped back down onto the street when they reached the city's entrance, they rushed past a lone guard who jumped out of their way. "You probably have a lot of questions about why I was there," Ha-Yun spoke up. Seeing him remain silent, she said, "There's so much I want to tell you, but I know that there are some things I can never clear myself of. I want to help you this one last time before I leave you alone." Ha-Yun sounded pained, likely guilty over what Han had inferred with her relationship with the prince. "What are you able to help with?" Han asked her, knowing that she likely didn't know that he was able to track them down himself without help from her. "I can take you to where Eric is hiding right now. There are things that are going on in the background, but Eric needs to be taken care of before more people are harmed," Ha-Yun explained. "Are you not working with Eric?" Han asked, letting her know that he had put together some aspects of her, while also questioning why she would betray him. "I do not want to talk about how I am connected with Eric. Please, E, do not ask me to explain. I do not want to poison any more of what is left between us, though I know that it will soon be gone," she pleaded with him, hoping he would let things lay down. Han stopped in the middle of the field and looked at Ha-Yun. "You can still run from this. Come to Felicitas, where you no longer will have to tie yourself to Eric," he urged her, knowing her likelihood of refusing. She shook her head, refusing him for the last time. "No, I am sorry, but like I said, there are things you do not know about. I know that you are strong, but this is something that not even you with all your powers will be able to fight against. If I were to leave with you, then you will be connected to it." She turned away from him. "Can you just think of me as the way I was before, when we were walking down that street, heading to that restaurant? I know I do not deserve it, but..." Ha-Yun couldn't even finish her thought. Sniffling and rubbing her face with her forearm, she looked back at Han and said, "Follow me, and I'll take you to where Eric is." Ha-Yun's emotions were all mixed up as she led E towards where that man was located. She heard Han's breathing as he walked silently behind her. It was his sound and his face that she wanted to burn into her mind. As she walked through the woods, guiding him, Ha-Yun understood how betrayed he must feel. Though there was nothing official, she was sure that he felt the same about her as she did about him. Tears began dripping down her face again as she tried to focus on what was ahead of them. When they were close enough, there was a decent-sized mansion with open grounds around it. This was where Eric preferred to stay when they were going through his learning sessions, as he liked to call them. All those images raced through her mind as she relived them. She bit her lip to the degree that a little blood dribbled down her chin. Not wanting to look back at his face, she simply stated, "We are here. Eric is by himself, the other nobles off doing his bidding. This is the best chance we will have." "Where in this mansion is he? I do not believe you intended us to search through the entire place," Han asked, his voice hiding something. "He will be in his study, going over his various plans," she said, not elaborating. "I see," Han answered. As they carefully crept over the grounds, her heart began beating stronger and stronger. When they reached the side of the mansion, she suggested, "We should probably go through different entrances in case he is suspicious of me being gone." Han nodded his head, likely not wanting to risk being exposed. Han moved in the direction that Ha-Yun suggested, though by the way she was acting, he knew that something was up. Making sure to stay close to the wall, he snuck up to one of the windows to see inside. Looking through the windows, he could see various expensive pieces of furniture and decorations. It was what was to be expected inside of a prince's mansion. As he got ready to head towards the back door he could see in the window, he felt a prick on his neck. Turning around, he saw Ha-Yun standing there with a poison-tipped metal nail on her finger. Her expression was sad. He felt a poison in his system and felt weak, causing him to drop to his knees. Han heard Ha-Yun's voice. "I am sorry. I had no choice."